Anyway, Arrow outsourced nearly all the AI behaviors models designs to a studio called Discogarage. Is that like a play on Discourage, maybe? Discogarage Games. From Omens of Tyranny to Heart of Democracy. Damn. The SEAF that you fell in love with, we did. We had SEAF Chan love. Egret, afternoon. Good to see you. The overseers, the flying ones, I can't remember. Just the Illuminate dudes that fly, that throw grenades at you, do not deserve to be as strong as they are, nor powerful. Bullet spongy. Get out of town. I will die on that hill. Their armor and health needs nerfing immediately. Squid. Any great. Yeah, no worries, man. Welcome, Squid. Anyway, that wasn't Arrowhead's doing. They should not get the credit or praise for that. It was truly Discogarage Games' masterful work. I mean, I'm not too. I know the meme was funny, like SEAF Chan, but I don't think anybody was like standing O in Arrowhead for that. I don't know. Wind it in a bit there, dude. Blueberry's my beloved, right? But I will say that a Blueberry cosplayer did in fact help me with my Helldivers cosplay. I can't remember what her name was, but I posted something on Reddit on a cosplay section, and she was like, Helldiver, we play. I will answer. And she helped me. It was awesome. And she was a Blueberry. So there's no objections. I mean, no standing O's still. Do you know what I mean? No standing O's. I think Arrowhead is in over their head with tech debt. That's what I was leading to, you know? It's as soon as they came out with that, I can't even remember what the interview was, when it was like they were talking about what the issues were. I remember when I read tech debt and I was like, oh, mate, it's like you're in a circle of paying off credit card debt with credit cards. That's what that looks like to me. Do you think we will be, Purog? Okay. They also happen to outsource most of Cyberstan content to Discogarage. Just a proof on how low effort Arrowhead puts on their games. I don't think that's a case of being low effort. I think they're putting out fires as quick as possible. Yeah, I don't agree with... So don't get me wrong. Like, I'll say this now, like, for anybody that's watching that might just be curious or anything like that. But the idea of that the whole... What is it? The Glazed Divers and Cry Divers, or what is it? Glazed Divers, Cry Divers? I remember hearing that, like, I don't understand people that get upset about people complaining about a game for wanting it to be better. I don't think I have ever played a game or even been like within a game's community and been upset that people are nitpicking. Call it that. Nitpicking at the game but are advocating for it. Like, that seems to get lost on a lot of people, and I don't understand why. It's I don't know if it's a generational or a cultural thing, but it's weird. It's very weird. It's fighting on the front lines of the console wars in 2026. That kind of person, I don't understand how they exist. I think they are in massive tech debt, yeah. They're a small team with a widely successful game that is out of control, and to compensate, they outsource. Now they can't stop to keep up with demand. But perfect. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And you've got to think as well that they recently moved to a new office too. So I feel like, and it's with the new what's it engine, isn't it, that was being used on Battlefield. Oh, Purog's got an ad. But But you've got to think as well, they then went and moved into a new office, didn't they? Recently. And I remember being like, a team under pressure doesn't just up and do that. So I'm wondering, I'm curious if there's substance to that. Like, because like I said, when I read tech debt, I was like, oh God, here we go. This is going to get nasty. So, and hearing that they're outsourcing doesn't upset me. It concerns me. Like, it doesn't upset me, but it concerns me. It concerns me because the outrage it has caused and the drama, that is something else that has to be addressed. Because considering the D10 challenge, the dude just had his life ruined by being like, I'll pay £2,000, including my £1,000 and £1,000 for you guys taking up my challenge, for you guys to play your game with these loadouts on this difficulty on this planet for charity. Like, they've only just woken up one morning where the community is kind of not forgotten about, but it's pretty much of low concern. And then pow, this. So you're not making your own game, are you, Arrowhead? Like, I get it. I do get it. My guess is they're preparing to increase the size of their team, but are having major growing pains. There has to be something there. The spawns of Voxes are horrible. Yes, agreed. And I remember seeing Thick. He showed an example because he brought this up and he was being attacked for it. Like saying the Vox spawn rate is outrageous. It's unreal. And although I never came into contact of the velocity of Voxes that he did, I put that down to me being employed. Like, for someone that's going to play the game X amount of times throughout a day, you're going to come across X amount of bugs. If 90% of the bugs that are probably there, if you're stream, because some of his streams last like 8 hours. All right, he only plays for 6, maybe. I don't know. Because he does do kind of this kind of stuff, talking about stuff. So he's going to come across those things. And for the people that are then like, oh, shut up, it doesn't happen that much. Like, yeah, you're a plumber. And you're just coming home and playing a game. Same as me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a plumber. I'm a fitness technician. I fix fitness machines. But to then get upset about someone complaining about it just doesn't make sense to me. Let them. So what? There's nothing wrong with the game. Okay. For you, there's not. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've played D10 Mega Factory and it's dumb. I think 5 Voxes, engine stacked. Yeah, it's nuts. It is nuts. Shut up. So, when it comes to outsourcing, it concerns me. Like I said, it doesn't bother me to a point of that I'm like, I want to write to my MP. I'm not happy. Like, why? It is what it is. And as Harrow said, they're probably putting out so many fires because as well, don't forget, this is, and I'm not the right. And okay, this isn't me excusing their competence, because I do think Arrowhead kind of bit off more than they could chew immediately. The game was a success when it came out. What was it? They anticipated 70, I think it was 70,000 people at most on launch. And then obviously that turned into nearly 250,000. And they definitely, I don't think they, it makes me wonder whether they were approached at any point from Sony and were like, can we bring someone in that's been in this atmosphere maybe that can kind of give you a few hinters, and I feel like they've gone, no, we've got this. Shut up, corporate bozo. We got dreadful Swedish accent. I don't even know how to do a Swedish accent, but you get my point. And it makes me wonder whether they're like, no, don't worry, we've got this. And then they hadn't. They fumbled the ball, not even close to the line, just right away. And now they've got to a point, as Harrow has said, is where the tech debt, the fires are so like humongous that they've kind of like, we're not going to hit this deadline. We need help. It just concerns me. I want them to put fires out. Metro, welcome, dude. I'm so glad more people are talking about these issues. We've been trying to get the game fixed up forever. By the way, good coverage. Thanks for talking about this. Metro, no troubles at all, man. I usually don't do this, but I don't know if you joined early on enough. Like, I've been really busy. This is first stream in a long time, and I wanted to cover this because D10 challenge, they just go over the hill with that, and now suddenly, do you know what I mean? Now it's another thing. But thank you, dude. I appreciate that, and thanks for being here and the kind words. I blame the bigwigs of game companies pushing games half finished and pay to win items. I don't think as a whole that's like, I mean, so are you saying Sony's to blame for them having to outsource shit? Because I don't think that's the case. And I think they don't have pay to win items in the game anyway. You could argue some things have had minor things, but I'd say that the microtransaction balance that they have going on in Helldivers works quite well. It's also important to not the companies that Arrowhead are outsourcing to are controlled. What's this? It's also important to not the companies. Sorry. That Arrowhead are outsourcing. Oh, right. They're not controlled by Sony, or are they? Sony is a lifeline for Helldivers. Very true. Very, very true. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. My concern is the new future Illuminate content would be heavily unbalanced and buggy, as we can expect. So we've got the website of Discogarage, which is wait a minute. There we go. I want to make sure that I've got both sides right. That's another one. Yeah, so that's their portfolio. They've obviously done Omens of Tyranny, Heart of Democracy, and Into the Unjust. Start with Omens of Tyranny, the FRV car and the voteless hordes. We created horde spawning AI behavior to deliver the zombie fantasy with the corrupted human citizens. That's loading very, very slowly. You load very slowly. What's this? Helldivers 2 isn't play win 2. More like pay for fun. Though you can farm super credits, we should have more long-term progression or free progression. Totally agreed. Yeah, totally agreed with that. The balance is fine, in my opinion. I enjoy it. Right, so they did the FRV car and the voteless hordes. The Stingray Illuminate attack ship, which was a fucking nightmare when that came out. Flesh mobs were ultra bullet sponges. You can't knock, though. They cooked with the SEAF soldiers. I think, like, they did really well with the SEAF soldiers. I know I said that there will be no standing O's about it, like, but for everything amongst all of the chaos that have been in the most recent Warbonds, I think the SEAF soldiers were pretty damn good. I don't think I have too much. I don't think I have anything to really say bad about the SEAF soldiers. What did you guys think? Like, I feel like the communication works well. The, like, follow me and stuff like that. It would be nice if there was, like, some, when it came to the SEAF soldiers, when you would emote, this would be a kind of good idea. When you would emote, like, follow me, like, mine is F to bring up, like, the emote wheel. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a subsection for SEAF soldiers so you could command SEAF soldiers, like in a Command and Conquer game or something like that? That would be sick. That would be really cool. I'd love that. Back, what was the shit show I missed? Just finding out that the most recent Helldivers Warbonds and a lot of the content has been outsourced. We'll get back to the Reddit one in a sec. Harvester Stingrays, Overseers, Voteless are only good designed by squid enemies. Where is it? Flying Overseer is okay on paper. They're just annoying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they work, but not always. But I feel like 99% of the time they've worked. I don't think I've ever had a situation where one SEAF soldier was just stood there and just wouldn't follow. I don't think I've had that. I would love a booster that just spawns a squad. Yeah. Well, that was... Louis? Oh, Christ. You want to sit up here, mate? Come here. Dog wants up. Come on. You want up? You want to come up? Oh, all right. Fair enough. Wasn't there supposed to be a support strat of SEAF soldiers? Why aren't SEAF on colony maps yet? Should they be? Well, yeah, because but then again, doesn't it depend on the situation on the planet, whether SEAF soldiers were there in the first place or whether it was a surprise attack? In isolation, the actual enemies in Helldivers 2 are well balanced, but the spawn rates make them too much to handle. Yes. Yeah. And I feel like that's a very informed opinion from you as well, Harrow. Sorry. Louis, make your mind up, dude. Do you want to sit up here? Yes. All right. Christ on him. Stick. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Louis joining us. He's got his skull jumper on as well. His skull sweater. He's punk rock today. Yeah. The sport, like Osha Une, sorry. I get PTSD even when I say that word. That was where that was clearly apparent. Clearly apparent. I want stratagems. Hot take. I won't read that out because I know YouTube will be like, what? Hello, mate. F the one true flag being useless. I want stratagems that are meant to do something be useful. Sterilizer, spear, 110mm eagle pods should be reworked, not a flag. How, with the 110, does the 110 feel immensely underwhelming? I never take it because I feel like it's never proven to me that it was worth taking. I won't ever take the sterilizer. I would rather have an ultimatum as my sidearm. And people, I don't know. If you're a medic build, when builds really start coming into the game, then like I might use it. Obviously, I'll take like a medic. I'd make something like that. 110 eagle pods can't even one-shot war striders. Yeah. Yeah, not interested. Yeah. Not for me. All right. So in Heart of Democracy, they actually did quite a lot. And what about Into the Untested? Oh, just the Hive Lord. I don't remember having too much of a grumble with the Hive Lord initially, but I remember when it would spew, it was really, I don't know, I just felt you were getting cooked way too quickly, even if you weren't even too close to it. Do you know what I mean? The 110 barrage does. That's what I was on about. The 110 barrage is dog shit. It's crap. Really does need looking at. Okay, so this is a Discogarage. Edit update to add more insight and B Vitamin's comment about Arrowhead no balance team and all its efforts. I've got that up on Discord right here. Let me see if I can shrink that down. Hold on. I hate using Discord. It's not going to work. No. All right. So B Vitamin here, and I guess what? She's community. Player support agent. Okay. So I want to go to the original message. What was that? What's this? Sorry about that. You don't have to really bother with my comment. Actually, let's go back to this. So B Vitamin made this comment. So I said this to try to clear up some misinformation because people don't really have any idea how things actually work behind the scenes. And that leads to bad assumptions and making things up turn into misinformation that gets spread around until people think it's fact, such as the balance team, when this isn't a thing. Whoops. Stop saying the balance team because there isn't one. What? You just Streisand affected that. Damn. Propaganda commanders should be the balance team. Windows Shift S to make a screenshot where you can zoom in. Oh, right. Really? No, not for me. Oh. Oh, no. This is why I should do that. That's it. Look. Here we go. So then I go to gallery, I think. Is it in gallery? There it is. That's better. Thank you, mate. Although you guys can't see it anyway, do you know what I mean? I tried. Hold on. Christ. Here we are, everybody. Streamer that does not know what he's doing. What the? Ah, there we go. Cool. All right. There isn't a team. There isn't a team. There isn't a team whose sole responsibility is to do the balancing for the game. Oh, God, it gets worse. We have game designers and directors, people who do these sorts of things, but there isn't a balance team. The actual changing of weapons is done by the people who make the weapons. Decisions about what should be changed, when, and in what way is a team effort between design and directors. Do you know when you should stop typing? Mate. If I was anyone in management and I was reading this, I'd be like, who? What? I would be spitting my cigar out and throwing that martini down my throat quicker than you could say, oh shit. Like, that's a bit much, isn't it? I wanted to clarify that there's no balance team and it's all a team effort between several people and roles, because balance team has led to some pretty unfair assumptions to be made. It's because of this that people have been saying things like, Alexis is the one balance dev, so he's responsible for all the challenges you don't like. Do you know when people keep talking about something and it's not something that's alien to video games or game development? Like, especially in a game like this, like, holy shit. Oh, God. Oh, I'd like to be a fly on the wall on, when was this done? The 9th. Oh, damn, I am that late. Oh, I wish I could have been that a fly on the wall on Monday afternoon, whenever this was. When was this made? Oh, yeah, 11. At lunchtime, I guess. Woo. Anyway, moving on. When this has never been the case, and he has far less to do with balanced decisions than people assume. Do you know why? Because no one has anything to do with balance. No one. Oh, I think of that meme from sorry, hold on. People at sorry, I haven't read your messages. One sec. Hold on. On other topic, Helldivers 2 communities should sometimes stop acting like Arrowhead stole their dog and did their mum. I promise you, if Democratic Detonation came out today, people would hate on it. Some people would. What makes you say that, though? Team effort on difficulty 6. At least I have my brother proofread my fanfics. Oh, that's funny. It's like saying our construction site does not have OSHA inspectors. We have builders and suppliers. That's a great analogy. Oh, because people hate only to hate these days. I would have felt that something would have to be specific about it. They wouldn't just hate it. There would be reasons to hate it, you know? I could agree with Parog on this. There are some people who just want to bitch for clout. Have you got examples, though? Because I must admit, most of the bitching I've seen from the Helldivers community, I have at least experienced the reason that they're complaining. In-game, at least. Whereas this stuff is as organic as it comes. Do you know what I mean? Do share, though, in case I've actually been, like, sorry, convinced by something that was just for clout. I want to make sure that if I'm talking about stuff, it's like not flat earth as an analogy. Do you know what I mean? For example, without seeing any stats for the weapons, they are calling the new Warbond DOA. Same for the... Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you make a good point. Thank you for that. There was someone that commented on a community post that I made about the new Warbond coming out. I can't even remember what it's called. Entrenchment, I think it's called. And the guy was like, light pen SMG? What is this? Well, who do you think wants this, Arrowhead? Hey, Duck. Who did that? But, like, I remember being like, dude, what? There's no stats out, right? I mean, we can assume it's going to be a light SMG, but you don't know that. It does look like a pummeler with a crisper attached to it, but it might not be, you know? It might not. Anyway, let's wrap this little bit up. I've caught up with your messages. I do apologize there. No dev gets to just change whatever they want without oversight or discussion. Because there is no oversight or discussion. This writes itself, it gets better. I don't want it to end. And the person who made the thing may not necessarily have the final say in it. If it should be changed or not. It's all a team effort. And the person who made the thing may not necessarily have the final say in it. Hey, man, we made this. Oh, hold on. 1 sec. Let's roleplay this. Hold on, Louis. You're going to have to get up. You're going to have to get up there for me, mate. Let's roleplay this slightly. Hi, Arrowhead. I made this gun like you asked for this Warbond. Here. It's, I know it's a lib at the minute, but it's a gun. It's got pretty good damage. Its fire rate is to be discussed. But it's medium pen. So there's some drawbacks and there's some pros, there's some cons. You know, it's not bad. Ammo capacity is a bit so the fire rate, you know, but it packs a punch. Here, take this. Thanks, son. Have I got a cigar or something? No, I haven't. Damn. Thanks, son. We'll put this in our Warbond immediately. Goes back. Medium pen? Light pen. There's no discussion. There's no oversight. Dude, that was supposed to be medium. What? It was supposed to be medium, man. Not for us. Oh. Why didn't you just tell me that? There's no oversight and discussion here. What do you take us for? Fucking hell. Oh, man. People call Warbonds useless before it even comes out. Yep. They seem to forget it's just a game. We should have to have fun. Reminder people asked for Shovel to be a secondary. Now yeah, Yeah, I remember everybody being like, yeah, give me that shovel. Give me that shovel. Here's the item that you wanted. What? Who are you? Get out of my face. God. I wanted it 3 months ago. Like, all right, child. Jesus. Yeah, light pen. I used to be like, oh, light pen. Ugh. But I just, now that I took a focus on like covering content for the game, and because I've actually listened and read about things and conflicting opinions with people, because I've been down the middle, I've learned a lot. And I remember Fick once said, he was just like, light pen's perfectly fine against the bots. You just don't know how to use the gun along with like weak points. And I was like, it's pretty much true. Oh, also minor bitching now. The stim pistol is labeled to have near supersonic rounds, but the projectile speed is 200 millimeters per second. The subsonic rounds for the sensor are 330. Oh, yeah. Do you see what I mean? So you've got to have people that nitpick. Make it like, that don't make sense. Stop that. Imagine if the Tor in the Liberator or your gun was weathered off so it becomes the AR-23 Liberal. That'd be funny. The irony. Just give the stim pistol smart aiming. I kind of expected that or wanted that or just... Yeah, I kind of expected that at first, but... Smart gun tech doesn't work in our world. Anyway, okay. Back to the Reddit post. Turns out most of our content is... yeah, most of our armor and Warbonds are outsourced to Atom Hawk. So these are the other ones, which is pretty cool. Let me get, hold on a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I thought I had green screen capabilities. Apparently not. I thought I had a corner thing. I was going to take away the camera, but so they actually developed. That was, isn't that part of the Super Citizen Edition? Pretty sure it was. There's no balancing team. Should never be the answer for complaints about balancing because people are going to take that and go, so there's no game you made because there's no team for the game. Like, I hope you've been here while we've just been like rolling in bits at B Vitamin's message. I was saying that I would have anticipated some director reading that, chewing on a cigar, going, what? What? It gets worse every sentence. It's left me concerned, but at the same time, I am kind of like, it's a bit funny though, isn't it? It's a bit funny. At least the way I look at it. Oh, cool. They did that one too. Oh, dude. Oh, wait. I didn't know. There we go. Ah, sick. Cool. I mean, like, they've outsourced and done, like, early. That is dope. That doesn't look as good as that in game. Yeah, what, hold on a minute. What armor's that? What armor's this one? Let me get rid of my bloody camera. Be gone, thought. What's that one? What? I don't know what that one is, but that's sick as shit. Fur-lined cape. Good shout. I want to know Viper Commandos. Okay, yeah, fur-lined cape. Go back. No, not that one. Damn it. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, look at that. Dude. Dripping. Look at it. Give me fur. Give me fur, give me fur, give me... Sorry, I had to Metallica that. This is looking sick, man. And it makes sense for the Polar Patriots Warbond, right? Absolutely. Dude, get fur in the game. That'll probably have to come with the engine. I can't see the current engine handling fur as to the capabilities that I don't know games should do. That's the reason. I reckon if they'd have put fur on it, the engine would have just like died. But like I've mentioned in previous videos, dude, like the engine in general needs updating. It's inevitable for the game to progress because they've already said that instead of it being a sequel game, they will want to evolve the game with a new engine as Helldivers continues. And I mean, look at that. Can you imagine the cape? Like, dude, hold on a minute. I'm enlarging my browser. What is going on? Why can't I zoom in on... What? Nope. I hate technology when it doesn't work. Just look at that. Like, dude. 100% it. There we go. Could you imagine the cape just bristling in the wind? Like with leaves moving all over it. That would be sick. Yeah, a ghillie cape. Good shout. Look at that. That would be dope. And obviously that is, of course, it's got to be engine restrictions. I know I'm not a developer or anything along those lines. I think I could come back now. But that looks like engine restrictions. Ooh. Sorry, hold on. Rachel's saying she's heading out. Here we go. But yeah, beautiful. What mole have we got? Oh damn, we've got an array here. Hold on. Let me get rid of my mug. Here we are. I love that. That just looks so Star Wars influenced, doesn't it? That's such a good drip. I like it. That's Harrow's medkit drip. Drip drop. Nice. I've overlooked that. With that helmet, with that setup, looks great. But I don't like the helmet. I like this armor in general. Don't like... no, the helmet ain't bad for that. That just comes straight from Destiny, in my opinion. Looks like he doesn't want to be there, that one. Yeah, don't like that myself. Not a fan of it. Yeah, that's sick. Can you imagine if Arrowhead announced them shutting the game down for 2 months to overhaul it? I'd welcome it. But, like, that's... I guess... Sorry. Please hold. These look great. I'm glad we stumbled across this. Let me get rid of... Let me definitely get rid of me. Could go full rock and stone. Ooh. That's what I'm saying. Tenderizer, my love. It's a beautiful gun. Fantastic. These are some beautiful concepts. Pretty sick, isn't it? Like, I'm glad we're looking through this and I'm not just playing the game. Like, let me know if you guys prefer this sort of content, because I've always preferred to do stuff like this, because I don't have time to usually research and edit videos just because of work and acting at the moment. My Halo 3 battle rifle. Beautifully inspired stuff. Is that everything? I think that is everything. Okay. Let's get back to the post. What's the time? It's nearly 4 o'clock. Okay. I might go and grab something to eat in a minute. Okay. Valkyrie Entertainment, an acquired studio owned by Sony, also helps with the coding. Ah, you mentioned that, right, Harrow? Was that you or was that Pirog? Wushu Studio are the ones who gives us Into the Unjust and Dust Devil Warbond. Oh, okay. That's an X post. Oh, that's them. All right. Fair enough. Nix's Studio, owned by Sony, who gave us the Slim Edition. All right. That... Oh. Did something just appear on my screen then? And I missed it. And I didn't hear it or anything. Thank you, Harrow. I feel like I missed something then. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. But I didn't hear anything. And there's me thinking everything was running great. Hold on. Making sure I got stuff. Basically, Sony is giving Arrowhead several lifelines to prop their game up. Yeah. It looks that way. Omens of Tyranny, Heart of Democracy, the SEAF that you fell in love with, that wasn't Arrowhead's doing. They should not get credit for it. Blah, blah, blah. The entire oh, yeah. So we've got the entire Cyberstan roster and Machine of Oppression content was also done by Discogarage. Vidarap is responsible for the creation of the most hated / disliked enemies in Helldivers 2. Don't blame him. He's just a designer. Did I open this one already? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. Julian, good to see you, man. All right. Damn, he's done a lot of Wolfenstein stuff too. Look. So, like, most hated. What are you talking about? Like, they're talking about playing against them. I mean, the Automaton Factory Strider, dude. That shit is horrifying. I remember seeing that for the first time and being absolutely, like, impressed. And I still think it's... I like how balanced this feels. This enemy as a whole. I don't mind dealing with it. And I feel like it can sometimes be simple, or sometimes it can be a pain in the arse. But at a fair... I can see the argument with War Strider, Leviathans, and Stalkers. I think the Stalkers I can. Okay, hold on. Pierog's like, Stalkers are fine. These are so interesting to look at, man. Like, where do you start? It's so cool. War Striders, yep, definitely. I don't think they should be as spongy as they are. Like, I still... Odo makes a fair point in the sense that these need better weak points, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion. Sorry if that's controversial because Odo said something about it. Like, can we talk about, like, how he got dragged over the coals for his comments? Someone bloody printing a picture of his face and setting light to it with their dad's lighter. Like, what is that? That's wild. So wild. They need vents. More of. War Striders just need light pen weak spots. I don't know who thought that the heavy pen would be a weak spot. Right. That's my point. And this thing here, that being, hold on. I hate Opera for this. That being the weak point, like I've seen people obviously one-shot these by getting it exactly there, but the probability of that happening isn't exactly super high. Do you know what I mean? They look great, though. I just wish it kind of sounded a bit more like Ed 209. The same way that the bugs sound like xenomorphs. Do you know what I mean? What one was this? I can't remember what its official name was. Spore Charger, that's it. Ugly bloody thing. We got Alpha Commander. I like dealing with them, taking their legs off. That vent on their ass should be a weak spot, but it isn't. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, but it isn't. Because I remember seeing that and being like, eat lead. No, not the case. You just don't think so. These look great, though. I think these are such a great design. And it makes me wonder whether he's just basically been like, what if the Predator bred with that dinosaur in Jurassic Park that takes out that guy that's in everything? I can't remember what his name is. And it has, obviously, the thing around its neck. Clearly. Such a great design, regardless. Absolutely horrifying piece of shit. And that's obviously clearly Predator in general. I mean, look at the mandibles in the mouth. Damn it. It's awful. But it is just Predator's mouth, isn't it? Great, though. Such a good design. And obviously, color scheme kind of obviously is inspired by the arachnid from Starship Troopers. Same color palette. Alpha commanders shouldn't be so host focused. What are you talking about? If you're the host of the game. Aesthetic chef's kiss. I love the actual artistic design, but fighting them is frustrating at times. Exactly. We can appreciate what they look like. But the way the guy is like this is responsible for the creation of the most hated / disliked enemies in Helldivers 2. And not because, not like, we're here, like, calm the fuck down. We're here looking at art. We're here looking at art. It's not saying, oh God, I hate it. It's the worst. Absolutely awful. I hate fighting them. They ruin my day. But they're bloody beautiful. If you look at the perfect angle of the mandibles here, they're very, very, very aesthetically pleasing. But otherwise, piece of... Do you see what I mean? Stop. 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 The issue is they spawn warriors only next to the hosts. Oh, right. And again, that goes back to people being able to nitpick about things. The only way people find those little things out about host and this spawning closer is because people are able to stream the game all day and all night and are able to find these things. Right, we'll have a look at the cyborgs in a minute as well. I like going Pummeler and Ballistic Shield on a Predator strain. Is the Pummeler even worth using again? Because I remember when that thing was the meta against bots. It was resetting my gateway. You sound like you have something like Stargate in your bedroom. I'll be right back. I'm done traveling across the galaxy. I just gotta turn it on and off again. Even this Egyptian crazy technology needs to be treated like a modem. Yeah, the stagger. My God. That thing was a monster. That thing was a monster against the bots in the early days. That combo was just so good. So much fun. We don't have a balanced team. Stop complaining. It all leads back to balanced team. It's like a balanced team like this Illuminati cabal in Arrowhead now. There is no balanced team. You heard? It's like water cooler talk. There is, in fact, a balanced team in the basement. His name's Jeff. He oversees everything. Don't tell me I told you. I didn't hear a thing. You didn't hear it from me. It's kind of how I want it to go. I'd love that. All right. Now let's have a look at the... Also, work with Valkyrie Entertainment. He's not an in-house Arrowhead staff. So, like Harrow mentioned earlier, Sony just coming in with a few little bits of lifelines. Now, I did hear that apparently some of these aren't in-game. I thought these looked pretty cool, though. I liked how these... I'm still... I know that this is just this with a helmet on. But I don't know how I feel about the cyborgs with helmets on, because I want the cyborgs to look... The idea of a... Because I've dealt with the automaton, like... I love... yeah, cyborg AI is great. I agree. Other than the spawn rate on the cyborgs. But I don't like the helmet part because it just looks like an automaton. And I fought automatons like a lot. A lot. I kind of want to see a cyborg still. I want to see a messed up biological thing mixed with machinery. I don't want to see another automaton. They've created the automatons. That's my only grumble with this thing. Other than that, I like it because it looks like something from Doom Eternal. Most of these look like zombie soldiers from Doom Eternal. So that gets by. I'm sorry you feel that way, Puro. I know, that's fine, dude. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. It's the Techno Viking. It is. It's the Techno Viking. Bear with me. Wop, 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 wop. It's the Techno Viking. Awesome. Love it. It is. It's gotta be. He gets handed a bottle. And now he's walking. That's it. There he's wop, 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 wop. See? He had a bottle in there. And that was the dude he pushes away. It looks cool, though. Now I'm not going to see anything other than the fact that they got our Techno Viking. And they cyborged him. Ah. It was actually a female cyborg on that one. Did I miss something? Where? Which one's the female cyborg? What, her? Hi. That one. Right? What? Oh, that's a female cyborg. Oh, right. Oh, that's rough. I thought it was all just the men getting brutalized. Hey, I don't know. Equality, you know? Hate to go Asmund Gold on you, but... Sorry, babe. Cyborgs win. You're now my fembot. Cyborg. There you are, Egret. Damn it. I had you in my head. I was like, where's Egret? I knew it. I know you too well. I know you too well. No, but my point being, you being the one saying that. I like the automaton faction. They are growing pains. But again, spawn rate ruins everything, of course. But Egret comes in clutch. That's funny. That looks great. Hot cyborg lone babes in your... Oh, God. Cyborg mummy milkers in your local area. Call now. I mean, we're entering a cyberpunk era in humanity at the moment. Chris probably would have said that if I wasn't here, and he was. Chris, you let me down. You let the team down, mate. I mean, cyborg spawns are okay for me. Vox engines are the problem. I feel like the cyborgs are good enough to deal with, but I do think some of the spawn rates have been quite heavy, in my opinion. I remember dying once and the entire mission just being an absolute nightmare from there on out, but I don't know whether that was just my situation of stratagems and supports that I had, you know. Damn, one arm missing. What do you whack on there then? Cool. But it's yeah, it's concerning when you think about it, right? Also, the slim build was outsourced. Yeah, with all the oh no, yeah, they reported that up there. Oh geez, no wonder those flying knees are just wrecking me. Right. Helldivers 2 is it practically is an Arrowhead's game at this point. They don't play it. They don't know what's broken. They don't even try to fix the code. They don't design new stuff. So what do they even do besides put out funny lore videos once every 4 months? Like I said, this is why I'm confused. Like, I'm concerned. So, like, how many employees do they have? Are you able to find that out? Because we know that they've moved studio. Because I think Baskinator and someone else tweeted about it. And they were checking out new studio. Around 120 people. What else are they doing at the moment? Well, I'll tell you what. I wonder if... yeah. Well, no, we'll just go straight to Helldivers. Yeah. What else are they doing at the moment? Gauntlet. They can't be doing anything with this. Surely. Well, they're not doing anything else, really. They're probably... You don't know what they're doing in the background, do you? And it was confirmed recently, actually. Aren't they working on another game at the moment? It's concerning that they're having to outsource seemingly almost everything. Do you reckon we can find... I don't know how to use ArtStation, so... trending now. Wondering if you could find any Illuminate stuff just on a whim, you know? Sort by latest. Nothing at the moment. Okay. Somewhere around 100... Oh, right, yeah. So it is concerning at the end of the day. If I remember correctly, I think one of the devs from Arrowhead said that the team behind Killzone Games helped with getting the car to work or something. I did hear that too. Armor values didn't work. Yeah, that was wild. Also more worried that the future enemies will be more bullet spongy than ever since Arrowhead seems to be taking that concept to heart. So if there's no balance team, let me now get rid of... I want to see what B Vitamin said after. As far as I know, it's just me. It's just me, but maybe there's some in secret. Oh, yeah. What's this also B? That's a random question, but how many furries are there in Arrowhead? Oh, okay. Right. It was a jump scare, but okay. Right. So what one's this for? I'm glad to see people are passionate. Let me, let's go to this. I'll have double, triple. Oh, no. Okay, right. I want to go to this message, but I want to see what the initial one was. You know what I mean, though? Many people have undertaken extreme efforts in order to get answers for the community, testing over months and months, playing on backwater worlds to try and spot individual contribution their missions make, dragging through API data. There are entire other Discord servers dedicated solely to investigating it. The scale of impact it has on the community is huge, and as one of the people that have been heavily involved in that world since the game launched, having absolutely nothing from Arrowhead on it has been 100% a detriment to those discussions. It's all well and good saying people shouldn't obsess over these things, but the fact is every new player that comes in here ends up asking about it, and we have nothing concrete to tell them except more difficulty equals more liberation. Oh, okay, so this is about the Galaxy War as a whole. Harrow, you post amazing Galaxy War updates, so you might even have an understanding with this. The Galactic map also needs an overhaul. Yep. The map needs to have way more detail. Agreed. So let's see her response. I'm glad people are so passionate and so engaged with the war. Hold on. But sharing the details of the mechanics isn't something I'm going to do. Didn't have a problem just throwing the balance team under the bus and the lack of. And if a decision is made to share more about how the war works, which is something community managers regularly say players ask for. Yeah, we've been asking for that for like fucking ages. That decision, whether or not to share anything, won't be up to me. I can only share information already public. Respect others. Blah, blah, blah. Glitch Unlimited posted news video. Let us know what he says. Hold on. Yeah, so what one came after that? Oh, that's it. There we go. So here, that's fair, and I'm not asking you to personally. We just We just don't have the capability to ask the people who can decide that. Yeah, which is true. For a game that was marketed on its in-depth war mechanics and the requirement for intel sharing, now being told not to worry about it further strengthens the view that the intel sharing side has been abandoned due to the unexpected and ongoing popularity of the game. So it just feels bad from a player perspective. Personally, I've already given up hope of understanding it, but appreciate your response. And the answer was, like I said, the community managers, highlight that for everybody that wants to read. Like I said, the community managers have said on very many occasions that players want to know more. I see this all the time in their reports, but asking for the information doesn't necessarily mean you'll get it. Maybe you will. I think knowing more would be cool, but also maybe you won't. The decision doesn't go through me as a support agent. Right, so someone in, like, why is nobody responding to that? Why isn't the answer, I'm going to forward this to that team? Maybe they'll get back to you. I mean, so she's simultaneously that she won't, and she is not in charge of doing so. Which is it? Right. I feel like there's... been a lot that has come to the surface as of recent with regards to how things are being run. And I will continue saying that, well, I don't know. You got to laugh, otherwise you'd cry. But it looks like a big mess, right? It feels like a big mess. Wait, I was actually right when joking about the studio designing the Vox engine wasn't the same as the one doing the War Striders. Oh, yes, this explains everything, why the game feels so inconsistent. Wine Divers right about everything again award. Do you see what I mean? Like, you've got to be able to nitpick. Because people can say, so what, they're outsourcing work. And yeah, you can have that opinion. But at the same time, you can sit there and be like, so what's going on? Like, why? Feels like straight up incompetent at this point. Yeah, you've got to have that conversation. You have to... Like, dude. Who's like... Makes me think of that scene from Airplane, where you've got, I can't remember who the actor is, but every day he's just like, oh, bad time to quit drinking, and then just cracks open a beer or whatever, a Scotch whiskey, or bad day to quit smoking, bad day to stop sniffing glue. Like, it just, I keep reading things and I'm like, oh God. Did they just initially bite off more than they could chew? And then when it came to the crunch of them dealing with, obviously, the influx of players that occurred when the game launched, were they just like, don't worry, Sony, we've got this. We're fine. Nope. Nope. And is Sony stepping in and being like, hold the fuck on. You need to... Let's bring you back from overseeing the game, Mr. CEO. Let's bring you down to CCO. We need to fix this. We're outsourcing. Here's a few of our friends that can help. Bum, 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 bum. Bad day to stop stealing catalytic converters. Yeah. At this point, you kind of sit there and you're like, ah. So how long's this been going on for? Funny thing is, I just came back to the game after a long break and now wondering if I should play other things. It's funny because I've been playing Resident Evil 9 a lot offline. I've been too busy at the moment for most recent weeks to be able to stream. I've been working long hours at work, and I've also got some like acting projects going on. So I'm reading scripts and focusing my attention elsewhere. But I've come back Like, I was like, I've got some time now. I start shooting tomorrow. I've read my script this morning for the what. Well, I found out now what I'm shooting tomorrow, so then I can read further tonight on it. Anyway, but now I'm covering this. Like, I saw the D10 challenge fiasco. That's while I was obviously keeping up with what was going on in the community. And then this comes up. I see this today, and I'm like, oh my God, they've just kind of dealt with the D10 shit. Or at least that's calming down now. And now this. Oh, how long has it been going on for? So what's Arrowhead even doing for the game? Seems like anything relevant is outsourced. Might as well give the game to another studio. What about outsourcing the bug and performance fixes? Apparently the companies... Like, now they need to make an announcement of what they're doing. Like, what are you guys doing? Because it looks like all the most recent Warbonds stuff has been outsourced. And we now know from not the Techno Viking, but B vitamin. I'm trying to be as respectful here as possible. Like, person that does not know when to stop typing, telling us in the wrong kind of way that there is no balanced team, so stop saying it. Like, it has to be said at this point. At this point, what are we dealing with? What is going on? What are people being paid to do? I know that that's not information we're entitled to in any way, shape, or form. But from an audience perspective, you kind of have to be able to sit there and be like, bad game. This, they did that. These guys did this. And now we know that they also did that. And that's like the three most recent things. Some had you have to make, like, announcements or put a message out about. What are you doing, dude? Like, who's in the office? Is this like a mattress firm situation? Like, mattress firms everywhere, but no one's in them. Went to a new studio. Where are the people, Arrowhead? And what are they doing? Like, what's going on? Incomplete system. No one uses it. Doesn't get updated. Oh, yeah. I guarantee people at Sony that oversee Arrow are probably glaring daggers at the studio heads. Well, at the moment, it probably. Because I don't know, there's more. There is clearly more to this story. There is always more that we will never know. There's always something else going on that can lead to this. It would be nice to know more information. But from what we know at the minute, and just looking at not even the quality of the people that these guys, there's nothing wrong with these guys. Atom Hawk, who was this one? Discogarage Games. Who's these other people? I want to make sure I'm getting the right people. Do you know what I mean? Who's the artist? Vida Rap. There was another person, I'm certain. Why don't we just go to... Oh, we're on the Reddit. Anyway, it's not their issue. It's when it ends up at Arrowhead. Because as well as we saw, like, a lot of them... Let's go back up to the top. A lot of them are mates with Sony. Sony are just like, don't worry. I know a guy. I know several, in fact. I know enough. We know people. Clear out. Come on. Oh, not enough room? Let's go and get a bigger studio for you, hey? And we'll go and do it at DICE, because we've got an eye on them as well. In you go. Is it a case of the fact that the game got so popular over the last few years, and Sony are then like, do you want help? Nah, we got it. We got it. You sure? Yeah, it'll be fine. We're all right. Don't worry about us. I've chewed cigars. Okay. All right. And then we're here. My brain is too smooth for all this stuff. I just want to play the game. I know. Me too. But I will play the game. You've just it's. I kind of look at it. Oh, I've got. Oh, hold on. Oh no. Damn it! Sorry, I thought I got a message about acting tomorrow. And yeah, it's true. It's like, for instance, at the moment, I know that in my personal life, I know that I've got friends that are probably sitting and being like, I've got to unfollow Dean. I can't with this Epstein stuff. Like, because in my personal life, I won't let the Epstein thing die because guillotines and wood chippers are a thing for people like that. Anyway, people can continue their life and ignore that, and it seems wild to me. Just seems wild to me. But it's the same with this. It has to be expected with the same with this. You can look at all the nitpicky and intrinsic issues with how a game is being developed and stuff. And even though I still have so much fun playing this game, this can still concern me enough for me to be like, oh, what's going on? I like this game a lot. It's not about to just get landslided into nothing, is it? Because there's a few things that make me feel like it might get yeeted into the black hole of something. So, I don't think this is too nitpicking, but Piero, you've obviously, you're right in saying, like, I just want to play the game. We came from Helldivers to Epstein, because Epstein leads to everything. Everything leads back to Epstein. It does. I know the meme's there, but it's horrifying how everything seemingly does. I might quickly grab a drink in a second as well, and my stomach is screaming at me, so I might have to grab a bite to eat. That is kind of it for the coverage, but if anybody, I don't even know who's watching. I don't have counters. Let me see. No one on Twitch. No one on Kick. Oh damn. 15 people on YouTube. Shit. Thanks for watching and listening to me whine. But I'm just going to quickly bite something, and I'm going to grab a drink, and then I'll be back. So if you fancy sitting tight, we're going to jump into the game. I think it's safe to say Epstein ruined everything. Yeah, that's true. We'll jump into the game, or if there's anything else you want me to look at, leave it in the chat for when I come back. I won't be a few minutes. If you have to go, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. But if you're going to hang around, sit tight, and we'll have some fun. I'll speak to you guys soon. Might be a minute.